But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed. Hey everyone, I'm actually here to film my plan with me for, or actually I guess it's like a week setup for the next week. And I'm gonna use this Harriet Wright designs. I just felt like while it is a little bit fall-ish, it also, I'm trying to find a job. I'm going on interviews and I'm trying to start something new. So I feel like this is perfect to kind of showcase that. It says everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of fear. I think that's a perfect quote for that type of scenario, since, you know, putting yourself out there is not easy. And then it looks like this on this side have a lot of functionals and headers and things like that. And she's got full boxes or half boxes, quarter boxes, and things of that nature. And then as well, we've got the washi strips and the date covers. I went ahead and put in my number dots that I made myself a few years ago, and they're not the best quality because I don't know what it is. My brother doesn't seem to like that sticker paper that I purchased at that time, but I don't mind the fact that it's missing a few pieces of foil. I mean, I made it myself, so it's whatever. But I'm gonna use this and I'm gonna set up my week. I have a lot to do today actually, but I haven't filmed for you guys in a week, so I figured I would do this one on camera. I did last week on my own. I've been just going through a little bit of a mental struggle lately, and I know that we are all aware of mental health, but I didn't want to bring that negativity here in case you guys are going through it too, and maybe you don't need a reminder. You know, maybe you want a break. Before I set that up, I'll show you kind of what my last week's... Oh, actually, let me do a quick flip for you at the end. That way, if you guys don't want to see this, y'all can skip through. So I'll do that at the end. Let's go ahead first and set this up. All right, so the first thing is I am going to put down my date covers. I'm gonna put my date covers down. All right. So let's see, put this, there we go. So anyway, yeah, I've been going through a little bit of a headspace and there's been quite a few changes in my life lately, and while change can be amazing and fun and exciting, it can also be a little depressing because you're changing out of the norm and it's a little scary sometimes. So yeah, you know, so I've been kind of thinking on reflecting and figuring out what I want to do with myself and all that kind of thing. And I have this channel for fun purposes, just to inspire you guys and to share my things, ideas, and just because I find myself inspired back. You guys take some of my ideas and do stuff, and if you post it somewhere and I see it, and maybe you guys add a little twist to it, or you add your own little take on it, or whatever, when I see that myself, it inspires me to do something different too. I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't think of doing it that way, that's cool, you know, or something. Because you get into a routine with these planners and sometimes it's very functional, but sometimes you get a little burnt out, and I don't know, sometimes I just need a little inspiration myself. So that's kind of how I feel about that. Okay, let's go ahead and I'm gonna put down the full boxes. I was gonna do the headers, but here's the deal. Love these headers, they're beautiful and they match perfectly with this. And then she's also given me the option of these, and they're like marble background, but then they have the sparkly gold glitter spackle. And for my sidebar, I'm gonna use this dark box because it's got the wording on it. I think that sets the mood for the week. But I think I want to use this to break up the items. But if I mean, I'm not, no. I'm going to use this on the sidebar, but I don't want to use this here because it's going to be too much white, you know? It's going to be missing too much. So I really want to incorporate color back in by using this set, which means that then for my headers, I'll be using the, I hope I'm not making you guys dizzy with all this back and forth. I'll be using this for the headers. Let's just do that now before I change my mind again. Let's do that. So I did go to the eye doctor to pick up my husband's glasses, and she said my eye looked a lot better, but then she said, you know, she was like, did you rub your eye or something? And I was like, no. She's like, well, you got a bruise on it. So basically the white part of my eye had a little some redness to it. And she gave me steroid drops to put in there to kind of help heal it faster. And it worked, but then I noticed that the red stuff was kind of on my iris, around the perimeter of my iris. So if this is my iris, the red part was kind of like cupping it like that. And I'm like, what the heck? So she said, yeah, you bruised it. And I was like, what the hell? How did I do that? How did I bruise it? So she was like, well, did you scratch it or like rub on it or anything? And I was like, no. I was like, but I do tend to sleep on that side. Maybe, maybe, I don't know. Maybe I put too much pressure on that side or something. Maybe my eye, well, see, I had Bell's palsy. It kind of came out of nowhere. And I only had it for about 2 weeks or so, but it was the longest 2 weeks ever. I didn't know what it was. And I was kind of like, well, I guess that's it. And no one could tell me what happened. Everyone thought it was maybe like stress related, but I don't know. And that eye on my left hand side never has been the same. It's severely dry, and it's never been the same since, because that's the side that wouldn't close or move at all on my face. And so it just, yeah, it was not happy. I don't know. So needless to say, that eye, it's very delicate as far as treatment. You have to be careful with it, or I should say I have to be careful with it. Okay, I can see the outline here of where that header is, so I'm gonna use it as a guide. One sec. I need to be able to see a little better with the light. So I'm just going to use it as a small guide to kind of help me attempt to center this better. I think from now on, before I start, I will draw myself a guide there, because I don't care too much if it's a little crooked, but I'm sure it drives some people insane. And, I want you guys to enjoy trying to be inspired. I don't want it to be a chore. 3, 6. Okay, so there's 9 boxes. One of them, probably this one, is my least favorite. So I think I'll leave that one off. So, yes, that's what I'll do. But okay, let's go ahead and finish up the sidebar first. I'm going to go ahead and put in these. Okay, and then I don't want to put the dark right next to it, so I'm gonna do, I think, the pink. So anyway, I have been wearing my glasses, and typically my routine is I do wear contacts, and I've been wearing contacts since I was, 12, and it was like a birthday present for me, and I was so excited because I was like, yeah, I can see. I don't know if this is gonna peel up or not on this paper. I was like, yeah, I can see. And so it was very exciting for me. And I've been wearing them ever since. So because of that, I'm gonna use this one that says all the dates, because I use this to track my food. Anyway, so because of that, at night I take off my contacts and I put my glasses on. And because of that, I'm used to wearing them, but having to wear them like forcefully, meaning, you know, that they were like, you have to wear these, etc. That was a little harder for me because wearing them at night is okay when I'm home, but wearing them all the time and having to function and drive and all that with them, being that I'm not used to them, that was a lot more challenging for me. It was very hard for me, I will say. I'm not used to functioning in them that way, and my script is very high. So I don't know my dimensions, and I hit things and I have bruises all over my arms and things like that. And I don't know about y'all, but like, have you ever bumped into something or tripped and it scared you for a moment, so then all of a sudden you get really grumpy? Maybe that's just me, but I get really grouchy and like short-tempered. And so my husband's like, he makes me laugh because he'll be like, that stupid wall or that darn, you know, door or whatever, and he'll go over there and like act like he's punching it, you know, and it makes me laugh because I'm like, you're silly. But it's nice to have somebody who can do that, you know, just to cheer you up again. I'm a person that doesn't stay mad too long, especially if you make me laugh. Typically my anger is dissipated. How do you say that? I don't know. I can't. English is not my first language, so I have no clue how you say that. But you know what I'm saying. It goes away, basically. my anger or frustration, irritation, whatever that is, it goes away if I laugh. And by now he knows that, so he tries to make me laugh. I feel like maybe I should trim that a little skinnier. This would be a nice way to close this box down. Let me see if maybe I should just pull this one up. Okay, let's see. I think I will. Oops. Man, I'm really bad about this. You guys, I'm not the best at videos, so I'm sure y'all know by now. It's very hard to try to balance. Man, I got really crooked there, didn't I? Look at that. It's like la 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 going off the page. Let's see. You know what? We'll do this. I'm gonna put this down first, and then we'll fix those. What seems even distance here? That seems pretty good. Okay, and then we'll move these around a little bit so they're not so crooked. But anyway, yeah, I don't stay angry too often, especially if I've had a good little laugh, which I think is good, you know? Staying angry is so tiring. It really, really is. And sometimes it's just not even worth it. It's not worth staying mad, you know? And it's not to say that your feelings are not valid or that you can't be upset about something, but you're harming yourself more than anything. Have you ever been mad at someone and they don't even seem to get it? Like, they're not even learning the lesson. So you're annoyed and you're like, hello, I'm mad at you. And they're like, like, they just don't even, like, but you are suffering because you are mad. And now you're unhappy and you're frustrated and all these emotions, and they're over there just like counting flies. You know what I mean? So I get mad, but I try my best not to stay in that form because no one should have that much power over you. All right, so I think this looks a lot better. I think moving it down and spacing it out makes it look cleaner. You know, and the thing is, I really love, everyone has their own taste in like how they do everything, and they make it really pretty and cool. And like, I was the person that would have everything at first. I didn't know any better. Well, not that I didn't know any better, but I did all, you know, no white space. Mine, everything was full. I hope I don't regret trying to pull this up. And over time, I started seeing everyone just doing like where they had more white space, and I tried it one time only, and it stuck with me because it looked so clean, and I enjoyed that look of cleanliness, like simple. I don't know. This is ripping. Ah, you heard it, right? You must have heard it because that was loud as heck. Let's see. So now I still like other people's spreads. Like, I like looking at theirs when it's busy, but I find myself gravitating towards a more clean look when I set things up or when I decorate things. Okay, I think this looks a lot better. I didn't intend this video to be this long, but it looks like I can't get away from it. Let me just kind of hurry here. You guys don't want to hear me ramble. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put down my meal sticker now, just so that it's out of the way. I need to find if I still have the file for this. That I made this so many years ago, and now I'm like, I might need to print more, but I don't even know if I have that file, and I can't even imagine trying to design this again. It took me, I don't know how long on the computer to do, because I just used Silhouette and I just blacked things out and kind of manipulated the shapes. I remember being so astonished, like I have no idea how the heck I was able to get a fork. The spoon was easy, but the fork, I had to keep cutting and like shading, and yeah, it was annoying because I didn't draw anything. I just used the shapes. I'm not a good artist, you guys. Okay, so now let's go ahead and put in our full boxes. I think I'm gonna go in the order it pretty much is laid out. I typically usually like going with the order it's laid out because I think that's what made me buy it. Like, I liked the layout. Also, I watched a video, and there was a follower that liked, or a subscriber, I guess, that liked, she likes to put the boxes in different orders and scramble them around. I think that's special. I think that looks pretty cool, especially if you know what you're doing that day. Like, if I was back planning, that would look so cool, but I break up my days into morning and evening, so that's why I just put them down the middle. Plus, I like the clean look it gives. But if I knew what I was doing and I was back planning, I would totally scatter them around, because I would use them like they were, you know, more or less intended for, which is to block off space where you have nothing going on. That's really what they were invented for in the beginning, but there's no right or wrong. You can do whatever you want. So I just like the cleanliness, and I like to break my days up into morning and afternoon. And let's see, I think this is my favorite box. I really love the different textures and colors that it's there. So this is perfect because I have to fix my resume, and I'm going to go to an interview, and I'm going to apply to some places and see how that goes for me. And I like that it looks like you're working on something, so I felt like this is a good kit for this particular week. And I'm very excited, you guys. I've been working on my Halloween setup. I was going to ask, do y'all want to see me set up the planner, like the cover and everything, or just like what I put in the Stalogy? Because I was gonna do both, but then I was like, well, maybe they just want one or the other. You guys let me know in the comments what you what you want to see. If you want to see the setup of just the planner, or do you want to see how I do the pockets and stuff like that in the cover? Let me know, as I don't want to waste anyone's time, you know, and just get out of here, paper. Okay, so let's go ahead then and do my bottom washi, and then we'll be done pretty much. So let's see. I think I'm going to go with the bow washi. I really would have loved to have more blue. I have these little skinny ones, but they would be so different. They're not the same. I guess I could do the sparkly one that has a little bit of blue in it. Let's do that, because that's what I was just saying, isn't it? Let's see. So this is why I don't like doing the strip. You see how it's shorter here? It's not enough space. But if I cut it, then I'll have enough for all the boxes. I know somebody else wanted me to leave it like just one long strip. I think I'm gonna cut it. Ouch. Let's see. Well, let's see, because you know, you guys, how bad I am at cutting these. Maybe this needs to be replaced or sharpened or something. Maybe it's just me. I'm trying to blame the poor cutter. Let's... What it is it's vinyl. Vinyl is hard for me. Let me see if I can even pull this all up, since I'm over here cutting. Oh. I could use my undo. Why do I act like I don't have that? Why do I act like I don't know what undo is? Why? That's really tearing up paper. You know what? Maybe I should just cut my losses. No, it's gonna bother me because I'm gonna... Okay, let me get the undo. Sorry, I wasn't prepared for this. Give me 1 sec. All right, here's the undo. Let's see. How are you still tearing? You guys, I am the perfect spokesperson for don't do as I do. Because clearly I have no idea what I'm doing. What a hot mess. Oops. Oh, man. Okay, there we go. Look at that paper. Look how I ripped it. Do you see this? Look at that big flap. All right. Let me just seal this up. All right. Let's try this again, y'all. So I'm gonna put this here. I'm going to put it there, and I am going to cut it. See, you guys, it's okay. It's okay to mess up. It's just paper and, you know, ink and stuff like that. It's not gonna be the end of the world. Don't let it ruin your day. And then we are going to cut this piece right here. Okay. Oh my gosh. There, I saved it. That looks pretty all right. It doesn't look too bad. Uh-oh. I don't know what happened. My light just went out. Oh brother. You know, it's one of those weeks. That's the kind of stuff that happens. Give me 1 sec. Let me see if I can fix it. I don't know why it chooses to do that today, but who knows? Maybe it got burned out. Let me see if I can put it in another. Okay, let's see. Sometimes I think it just burns out. That's better. I don't know. I guess my videos are just gonna start being more of a hot mess. You know, like if you're having a bad day and you need to laugh at someone else, maybe you should check out my channel. I don't understand. It's just one of those things, I guess. Okay. Let's try this again. So we're gonna go ahead and do this one now. This side. And pray that I don't get things stuck to the paper like last time. Y'all remember that video, right? How can we forget? Okay, so I'm gonna cut this here. Don't stick. So far, so good. Let's see. Anyway, so I'm excited about the Halloween setup, but I am just not sure if y'all want to see the pockets and things. When I hear Halloween setup, that's what I imagine. I imagine everything. Like, show me how you transition, you know, from this to whatever the Halloween thing is going to be. But some people might not want that. Some people might just want to see how you set up the week or how you set up your new month and stuff, and that's okay, but I just want to know. I mean, I guess I could just technically film the whole thing and then y'all can just choose what you want to watch, right? Come on, paper. Well, it's not paper, it's vinyl, which is why I always struggle. Oops, I hear it cutting the paper. Okay, here's the last one. Hallelujah. And then we'll have made it through, because yeah, stuff is not easy to cut with the slice tool. The sun keeps going in and out too. I guess I'm the only strange one. Until I started making videos, I started caring about that just for you guys. But when I watch videos, I never notice anything about the lighting until the person that's the creator, until they mention it, and then I'm like, oh. But even when they mention it, it doesn't really bug me. I don't care. But some people are more sensitive to light and stuff like that. So, I mean, I understand. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I think it looks really pretty. It looks really pretty to me. I need to do the weekend banner, but it's kind of a small one. So I want to add a little pizzazz to it. See, it's little. I want to add something like, I don't know. It would have been cool to do something like that. Maybe this dark one. This dark kind of flap thing. Just put it in the middle. Let's see. Let's do this like that first. Okay, so put that down and then I guess we'll just kind of put it, maybe I should put it down here this time. Change it up a little bit, huh? It's not bad, right? All right, so that is everything for this. Let's go ahead and put it into the planner, and then I'll do a quick show of what I did before. So let's see, I need this. So let me see. I was in a dark spot, and I, by the way, these prints, these are from Peach Palm. I have the cards, and I love them, and I've been hoarding them for a while, but since they're cards, they're thicker, and I took pictures of them, or like I scanned them, I guess, basically, and I printed them out on sticker paper so I could use them, but put them in here where it won't add too much bulk, and I just keep her cards. That way I don't have to use them up. This is that 1 week. I'm pretty sure I filmed this on with you guys. This is the week following that with the black. I think it came out beautiful. And so I was in that dark headspace, and I did some journaling and things. And then I got this really cute tissue paper from a order that I placed. This is from Hello Petite Paper. She gives these beautiful freebies, and I wanted to include it because it was so pretty. I love the books. And I added this little kind of Hawaiian tissue in here. I thought the color went well. And then I made a little insert to keep track of my symptoms. And I was looking at my dogs, and I thought they were really pretty, and I just wanted to incorporate them in here because I love my dogs. They make my day better. And I found this little funny, kind of, not really funny, but these little comics, and it said, "While the world drives you crazy, there is someone waiting impatiently to heal you and make you happy." And it was so true. This this is a sticker from OkyPlans. You know, I have a PR code for you guys in the description if you want that. And I just decorated the pages, but these are my babies. This is my little 9-month-old, 11-year-old, and she is 6 years old. Long-haired chihuahuas. And this is the insert I made myself. It's just kind of like a symptom tracker of things, and then you kind of graph it as you go. I was kind of playing around with it. I'm not really sure. I mean, sometimes you make these things and you don't know how they work until you kind of use them, but I was just in a mental place and I needed something. Then this area here, this is from OkyPlans. This is from my newest addiction. And I have my medications here, and then I'm keeping track of when I take my this medication. And this was a sticker from DEK Designs. It was in one of her boxes. And I no longer PR for her, so my code won't work anymore, you guys. And then here I just gave myself some tips for interviewing and all of that kind of thing. I left this blank for me to include anything I need to. And then here I kind of did like a common groceries list. When I go to the store and I don't remember what to buy or I can't think, I can refer to this and kind of be like, oh yeah, these are some of the regular things that we buy all the time, and that way it kind of gets my mind going. And then I also brought a little area where I put hamburger meal ideas of things that I like to cook more frequently than other things. And so whenever my husband and I are at the store and we're like, what should we make? You know, I can look at this and be like, oh, and start listing off some of the items. There's definitely more things that I have cooked or that I know how to cook, but these are the ones that I think we do most often. Like, these are the ones that cycle through. So I listed those, although I should have put the ones that I don't do as much, but I was writing some of the benefits of some of the food items in here that benefit me, but I left it so that I could put more if I needed to. Anything else that I found related to foods. And then this, I put in a little area for the books that I'm reading right now. I'm listening to an audiobook called Long Live the Pumpkin Queen. And it's basically where The Nightmare Before Christmas left off. It's really cute. This is from OkyPlans. This is a Jasenia printables that I bought, and then I just printed off this part so that I could write the books in. And this is from Every Minute a Story. And I like it because it's got all kinds of, she's doing a lot of activities. kind of like a self-care thing, which brings me to this. I did a self-care page for myself to just kind of like remind myself to love myself and to take care of me when I have a hard time. So I just put some stickers to kind of represent all the things. And then I made myself this little small insert thingy. And it has bitchy quotes in them because bitchy quotes make me laugh and they cheer me up. I know that sounds weird, but you guys ever had a bad day and you cry? And when you cry, like once you finish crying, you feel so much strength and like you feel like you got it. Like this is good. It's kind of like that with the quotes, minus the tears. I don't have to cry, but I can read them and I'm like, yeah, you're right. Yes, that's empowering. And some of them are just really funny. So I really liked them. Anyway, so here's another one of the Peach Palm cards. They're beautiful. You should check her out. I'm not a PR person for her, but she has really nice things, really pretty stuff. This is the week that I ended up doing by myself. I just decided to take a time for myself to just plan alone, and it came out nice, you know. It came out nice. It's just something I did for myself. Sometimes I need to. Did some journaling there, and then here is where we're going to stick this week. I'm sorry that this video was so long, but I feel like since I haven't been on here, I guess if those of you who do like to hear me ramble, then you get your wish, right? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and add my glue, tape down here. I'm just thinking, like, I feel like I put this too close. Remember I told y'all in the last one that it starts to hang off, so you don't want to put it too close, and I totally didn't think. I guess we'll find out though, right? Find out if it is going to be okay or not. I'm just gonna put it in like this, since it's getting a little bit I don't know, maybe I should not do it that way, but I feel like I should. It's not as flat, so I usually like to lay it this way and pray. When I say pray, I mean pray to the Lord that it will stick in the right spot. Okay. Looks like it went in okay. And I think I lucked out on the glue, like where I put the glue. Looks like I got the page just to cover exactly where the glue is. There's only a little tiny bit right here showing off that I will usually rub off with my fingers like this, because if I don't, it'll stick to my pages and stuff, and I don't like that. Although, you know, rubbing it off is gross, because then it's like, it looks dirty and it sticks to your fingers. But okay, anyway, so that's that, you guys. I've got it in here, and then I will finish, you know, I'll go through the week and use up my remainder of the kit that I have here. I've got all this left over still that we can use for the rest of the week, and I'll be able to use the full boxes and the washi and stuff on the journaling pages to follow. So hopefully you enjoyed that video, you guys. Thanks for listening to me ramble on, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.